Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Day Trade with Tony's 2023 Small Account Challenge. And I say Small Account Challenge because we started 31 days ago now. We started the 17th of January with just $2,500 in the account. However, we started today with just under $24,000 in the account. So it's no longer what I would consider a small account. I would say it's kind of average size account. It's still a little bit too small for to get over the PDT rules, so we still have to trade with an offshore broker that's not regulated by the SEC. So what is this small account challenge? What am I trying to achieve with it? Small account challenge, I've got a large account that I trade with, and very often my equity is like six figures. So people that are following me on this, my social media journey, have been telling me it's not realistic for them to expect similar kind of growth or similar kind of gains or you know the kind of trade that I'm making, and that's perfectly fine. My trading is, I've taken to it, I've got an aptitude for it, and it's taken me a while to get to the level that I'm at. Most people lose money. The majority of people lose money. Over 85% of people that trade just equities or stocks and shares would lose money on a regular basis, never profitable. If you actually take other instruments like Forex, futures, options, crypto, etc., then that number skyrockets. It's over 95% of people lose money. So to expect the kind of results that I get is, I would say, first and foremost, it's unrealistic straight away. It does take a lot of practice. It does take a lot of learning. So educate yourself on what I'm actually doing before you even think about putting real money into the market. Trade in a simulator first. That way you can actually develop that muscle memory on the entry and exit points. But going back to what I was saying about the small account challenge, taking a small account, in this case $2,500, made it more realistic for people to watch. That I can afford $2,500. I can put that in if I learn how to trade, and that's the key. First, learn how, then practice, and then start small. If I learn how to trade, I can put $2,500. Realistic, what could be my expectation? Now, I've been challenging myself, and it is an ambitious challenge. Otherwise, what's the point in doing it? I've challenged myself to grow the account 5% daily. Now, as the account's growing, that is becoming even more and more challenging. To make 50 bucks is easy enough. To make 125 bucks is relatively easy enough. So when I started with a $2,500 account, to make $125, it doesn't seem like a lot of money to try and make on a given trade. But with the restrictions that I have, based on the broker that I'm trading with, it's a lot more difficult than I anticipated it was going to be. However, that being said, we're now averaging like 12% growth per day. So today we've had another good green day with nearly $2,500. So today's goal was $1,200. So we started with just under $2,400. $2,373 is where we started our equity position today. So rounding that, I was looking for 1,200 as the target for today. 5% growth or better. We've had an or better. We've actually doubled that. We're over $2,500. We're more than double that. So what I'll do is we want to take in two trades. Now, the first trade was a risky trade, and then the second trade was less risky. One we traded earlier this week, and certainly the setup was a lot better as well. Traded on the main account and on this account as well. So HPX Corps was the first thing that we traded, and I'll take you through that. Let's have a look at what actually happened here. So this is HPX Corps, and moving up. A lot of volatility, a lot of halts, into another halt, into another halt, into another halt, and then into another halt here. It did pull back. I was watching this and I thought, you know what? It's just too risky. And then it started to make its move back up off the VWAP, back up again. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not too risky. I'll get in. Small size. I'll give it a try. So I went to try and get in, and it went into a halt. Couldn't get filled. So on resumption, which was here, it pulled back, and I thought, okay, I'll wait for the pullback. It had a quick move up, then it had pulled back, and then it started to get above resumption and make $39. I entered just for 1,000 shares. I bought 1,000 shares, and I was able to ride that up quick, take profits as it started to pull back. I exited for the second position for break even. So I took 500 off at the top. Got it for a little over break even on this one before it made new lows. So that was the first trade, $2,000. Happy days. That take me over goal, quite substantially over goal, and I didn't need to trade anymore, but I did. Traded cardiodiagnostics. Don't know why I'm calling it cardiovascular. But we traded cardio diagnostics. So this was later in the day, after lunch. They started to make a move up. Lovely flag pattern here, and I actually called this out in the Discord. A lovely, beautiful flag pattern as this made its move up just after lunch, and we were able to get in this as it pulled back, then broke new highs. We were able to get in and take some profits on that particular move. So that's cardiovascular, $500. We then did trade this on the main account as well, as this moved up higher, and off the back of this flag, we got a further breakout, as you can see. We traded that quite successfully on the larger account. So I'll drop that as well later. But on this account, we're $2,500 up. So I can't really complain when the target was 1,200. So we're more than double goal on the small account, which is kind of impressive given that there was very little moving at all today. Very little moving at all. It was one of those really quick. The pre-market, there was virtually nothing. I took a very quick trade, a couple of trades on the main account, but it just seemed I was an hour into the market and there was still nothing moving. Nothing with any kind of decent volatility and volume, which is why the HPX trade was such a risky trade to take. Yes, I was looking for the momentum, and it was exhibiting momentum. It had that volatility, but there wasn't any volume underpinning that. Very little volume underpinning that. So it was a risky trade to take. It isn't in line with the strategy that I recommend. But sometimes big risk for big rewards. I've tried that previously, and it's gone against me. This time it went for me. So that's all we need to do. So let's take a look at the statistics, shall we? Okay, so put the small account trades in there, of course. There we go. So I've only had 2 red days so far across the whole challenge. A couple of no trade days. That was a bank holiday. No trade, no trade. I thought today was going to be another no trade day. So we had a really good day yesterday. We've had a good day again today. So $2,500 on the small account. Let's have a look at where that puts us overall in terms of growing the account. So we're almost at that third. Look, $1,500 away from the $30,000 initial goal. So we're not too far in terms of growth. Now, I may continue that till it's actually a $30,000 account, but we're almost at $30,000 in gross profits. We've got the $2,500 today, so probably about $2,300 in net, on top of the $23,500 that we started with. So we're probably looking at $25,000 in terms of the starting position tomorrow. I'll have to wait for everything to settle and any additional charges that are not showing up on the system, any additional charges to be levied by the broker. But we're probably looking at very close to $25,000 as a starting position tomorrow. So average gain across the course of the day. So it's 31 days, and we're averaging 1150 per day. And accuracy is really good, 100% accuracy today. And this is what it is: get in, get out. This equity curve, it never ceases to. Nothing. My main account is nothing like this. So it seems I'm saving all my losses for the main account. But look, I'll take that, and I'll take that every single day. So we'll do it again tomorrow. 60 minutes before the market opens, we'll do it again. We'll be right at it for the last hour of the pre-market session and the first 90 minutes of the regular session. Tomorrow is the 2nd of March, so we are pretty much starting the month very, very close to the initial goal of $30,000 on this account. We've got, let's say, $5,000 net to make up, so we may even do that this week. And if that's the case, we'll reevaluate. I asked people in the yesterday, what would you like to see me do once we've hit that goal? Once it's a $30,000 account, do you want me to continue with the account and just grow it to see how much we can grow it alongside my main account? Or do I just take over on this account, given that we're actually starting a new month? I've not withdrawn anything from my main account yet. There's not a lot to withdraw this last month. But you tell me, give me your ideas for what you want me to do with this challenge. And as I say, it's a small account challenge, but it's no longer a small account. We're fast approaching that PD2 rule cutoff. We're fast approaching the $30,000, which is what I would consider a normal sized account, and we're fast approaching the challenge goal. So you tell me. Drop a comment in the comment section below, and if you want to learn how to trade, come join the Day Trade with Tony community, and I'll be happy to take you under my wing and act as a mentor to you as well if were necessary. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening. It's relatively early for me to be checking out, but I'm taking the rest of the evening off. I've got massive toothache, so I will be back at it tomorrow and hope to see you there. In the meantime, take care. Crazy. $2 spreads. Where do you trade $2 spreads? One like this. Looking for 1200. Here and 2 grand. Happy days. All right.